Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Sense of Humor's podcast, where we talk anything pop culture or anything that interests us. We're your hosts, Griffshock or Travis, and I'm here with my buddy here, Multimite or Tyler.
What up, everybody?
So, we're gonna start with small talk because that usually goes well. So, what's been going on with you lately?
I mean, not too much. Had a bit of a scare yesterday, actually. Like, my dad got in a really bad accident, but luckily he's fine. He just has, like, a small arm injury, but
Oh,
other than that, yeah, no, he's okay. Um, and then, yeah, just school and work, really. Like, the only thing I can really think of that was, like, was interesting or cool or, just fun in general that's new would probably be the new Monster flavor. Have you had it yet?
mm-mm, no.
Okay, so it's the Ultra Blue Hawaiian flavor, and
Ooh,
it's actually pretty good. From what
okay.
my taste buds tell me it is, because I could be completely wrong, but it tastes like blue raspberry pina colada. Colada.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
It is pretty freaking good. In fact, I think it's probably my new favorite flavor. So, yeah, not sponsored by the way.
Yeah.
Just love Monster. We're a huge Monster fan. But how about you? Anything interesting? I know you're sick, but anything going on with you?
Um, I probably will be moving soon. I don't know how long, maybe in a couple months or so.
Yeah,
So I'm excited for that. Um, but other than that, I mean, besides being sick, not much. It's gonna be nice having a 3 day, like a 3 day off day, like I had yesterday off, today and Sunday off. So I'll be able to recuperate a little bit and relax. But
yeah, I know that's good. It's always good to have like a long standing time to just get some rest and relax a bit.
yeah,
Um, and then the move like that's got to be exciting because you're not only moving to a new state, but you're also moving to get a better job, and you'll be doing something that will hopefully bring you more happiness than your current job, and that's always really good because
yeah,
like not everyone gets their dream jobs, but anyone can like work happy is the thing, and it's just all about finding the right job.
yeah. Like I might be. I did apply for 3 different types of jobs. I applied for one for welding, for a machinist, or not a machinist. I applied for a welding company that I believe might work with the Navy, so they have to do a major background check. I have to pass a
Oh.
90-day drug test, which I mean, let's be honest, I'll pass. Um, but other than that, I mean, I'm pretty excited for it because like it's gonna bring in money, and I mean, I originally went to college for welding, and I never thought
I was
like
gonna
I would.
say, yeah, like you took courses while in high school, right? Like, cause
Correct.
you would be out till 11, cause that's what I do. We go to the same, or I'm going to the same school as you did for welding, where
Yeah.
I'm going for digital design. So, yeah, no, that's really cool, and I hope because yeah, again, like you said, you went to school for it, and that's kind of my hope is like right after graduation, I just like go right into doing what I love for a living, like, and not only that, but like I'm picking up newer things. Like I've always wanted to do it, but like photography is one of the
Ooh,
biggest things I've always wanted to get into, and we're learning that right now. So
that's
I'm
cool.
excited. Yeah, can go work for J. Jonah Jameson and swing around the city. But
You kidding?
yeah. Hey,
Um,
no one get my secret identity out.
no one's gonna know. Um, so today's topic is gonna be
Ooh.
the future of Disney, like Disney movies that are coming out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh no.
no.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you don't like. Yeah. So, um,
Um
what?
yeah. Well, I was just going to say right out of the get-go, I'm I'm not super optimistic. Like there are some projects that are coming out that I'm actually excited for, but yeah, no, that's gonna be a toughie, honestly.
I mean, I'm looking at a list of them because I was doing research earlier while I was laying on the couch. There are a couple that I am looking forward to seeing, but then there's a couple that I didn't even know were going to come out. But there's also some in here that I'm just like, really? Like this doesn't need to come
Yeah.
out. Um, so I'll just get started. I mean, the Captain America movie's coming out, or is already out in theaters, right?
Is it already in theaters?
I believe it is because my I was watching YouTube earlier and it was saying that it was in theaters and you can buy tickets now. But
Dang, well, I need to go see that then, 'cause I
let's
mean,
see.
that's one of the few Marvel projects, yes, I am excited for. If we're talking Marvel as well, because
Yeah,
I didn't
correct.
know how far extended this went, because like yes, Disney owns both Star Wars, Marvel, etc. So yeah, okay. So if we're going with that, I'm a little bit more optimistic. Like there's the new Spider-Man TV show that's coming out, The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I'm
I
actually
j-
kind of looking forward to that.
yeah, I just saw that or watched a video about that today and I'm like, ooh, that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love the art style they're
pretty.
doing with it too.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, the comic book, like, almost like Across the Spider Verse, but a little less detailed and a little bit more to like the old like comic style, like really, like when Stan Lee and Steve Ditko first made Spider-Man kind of art style,
Yeah.
which is pretty interesting. Um, and then yeah, Captain America. There was one more Marvel project that. Oh, Daredevil. Daredevil Reborn. I am
Yeah.
so freaking ready for that. The trailer for that. Oh,
It's beautiful.
I
It's
am
beautiful.
so excited. Like I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch Daredevil now because um that trailer came out and I don't remember. I think it comes out this summer, unfortunately, so we have a little ways to go, but
Uh,
I am so excited for when it drops because not only is Daredevil back, but like Punisher's coming back
with the
and
original
Bullseye and
actor?
Kingpin. Oh yeah, no, everyone from that
Oh,
the
yes.
Netflix show is coming back, and I'm so excited.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
it's TVMA, like it's literally just a continuation of the first show, which I'm so excited for.
I think
Um,
Daredevil's pretty cool. I'm excited for it. Like I know there was a lot of skepticism about like Spider-Man being in it. Is he in there?
so what I heard is Tom Holland recently wrote up or got a new schedule wrote up by Disney and Sony, and they'll be allowing him to be in more Marvel projects other than movies, because that was his original contract. It was just movies, but Sony's being a little bit more lenient. Is like, okay, let's let them put him in a TV show and see how that goes. So I'm hoping it probably won't be season one, but I am hoping season two we will see Spider Man. If it is season one, freaking awesome. I'm really hoping to see Tom Holland back in the Spidey suit, especially his new one.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the first season, I don't think so. But I do, yeah, hope the second season, because for those of you who probably forgotten, but Daredevil was in Spider-Man No Way Home. Like he was Peter's
Yeah,
lawyer.
it's true. I
So,
mean, he is the best lawyer in the world, so
and he's, like anonymous or not anonymous, infamously known for like, helping Spider-Man anytime he's in legal trouble. So,
I mean,
them pitching that in, I'm really excited, like really excited.
they're both down to earth heroes, so that or hero and vigilante, but still, you know,
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah, no, I'm hoping to see Spidey and Daredevil do some street level crime
that'd be
together
so badass.
because I love I love Spider-Man in general, but I think when Spidey's at his best is street level crime. Like that's the most exciting for me, to be honest.
Honestly, I
Like
agree. I feel like when he went to space, that was a bit pushing it. Like he's more of a down-to-earth character. I mean, he's called the
yeah.
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for a reason.
Yeah, and I mean he does make a good point in the movie though. He's like, I you can't be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man if there is no neighborhood, and that's what he was trying to do, was trying to save his neighborhood. So, in a sense, yeah, like, and I agree with you, like space was much for me. Like I feel like it would have been cooler to see him fight alongside like Captain America in Infinity Wars, but I get why he went with Tony Stark is cuz he
Yeah.
doesn't know that Captain America isn't actually a criminal. But yeah, no, I think that's one of the things I wish they did because I feel like they really missed out on uh, Spidey meeting Steve Rogers, Captain America. I'm hoping Falcon or um, Anthony Mackie's Captain America becomes a little bit more like that kind of role model for Peter Spider-Man um, in the future, but we'll see. I mean,
I mean,
because I
I
don't
mean
know.
everybody doesn't know who he is, right? Or nobody knows that like he's Spider-Man, right? After the last movie.
So yeah, so Peter Parker no longer quote unquote exists. Like his identity, everything is wiped from existence. So Peter
Yeah.
Parker doesn't exist. But everything that happened from Civil War to Endgame, all the Avengers know about Spider-Man, but they don't know who's
Uh,
under the mask. So, but we could have characters like, Captain Marvel or Guardians of the Galaxy and all those that weren't on Earth when that spell went off. Maybe they'll remember that Peter's Peter and Peter is Spider-Man and stuff. Like maybe they'll be like, "Hey, you're Peter Parker." And then like he'll have to explain to them like why no one else knows that and everything, which would be interesting.
yeah, I feel like Nick Fury would do that. Nick Fury
Yeah,
would be like, "Yeah, you're
cuz
Peter Parker," and everyone goes, "Who?"
yeah. Or in the comics something similar went down and Hulk remembered who Peter was. Like Bruce Banner forgot, but Hulk remembered. So I'm
Mm.
hoping that means we'll get like Monster Hulk back. Not that Monster Hulk ever really knew Spider-Man, but
It'd be cool to see the original Hulk come back, destroying things, breaking things. Yeah.
Plus, not to mention Captain America 4 introduces Red Hulk, and I mean, how could you not bring back Savage Hulk while also bringing in Red Hulk? Like,
They're 100% gonna bring Hulk into this. There's no way they're not. Cause I mean, yeah, I don't feel like I don't want to say Sam doesn't know how to fight Hulk, or like a variant of Hulk, but like I mean, his strength doesn't equal up to what Hulk's strength would versus like Hulk and Hulk would go better than Sam and Red Hulk.
I mean, I think his wings are probably his best bet, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, he doesn't even have super soldier serum in him. So like, and he's completely tech and soldier training based. And it really depends on how intelligent Red Hulk actually is, because from what I remember, at least the variations of Red Hulk that I know, every single one of them knew like that they were Ross. Like Red Hulk wasn't a separate entity from Ross. They were both the same person.
Yeah, they shared the same intelligence and everything.
Yeah. So like they were still smart and everything. So that's what makes Red Hulk so dangerous is he's not only uh like the same strength as Hulk but more smart, more tactical, but he also has like a fire ability. Like if he gets super angry, like he can like melt through concrete and stuff. Like
Mm.
so,
Makes me wonder if he's gonna melt through the shield.
Yeah, I don't know, cause
I feel like they're gonna show a bit of it where he's gonna like grab it like he does. I think he's gonna like melt it a little bit and then just drop the shield.
well, that would be interesting because supposedly in this movie, adamantium, the same stuff that is connected to Wolverine's bones,
Hmm.
was originally a part of Captain America's shield. It was a mix between vibranium and adamantium, and right now the
Mm.
shield's only vibranium. So maybe, like you said, maybe the shield gets slightly destroyed, so they mix in some adamantium to fix it and make it more stronger than it already was, which would be interesting.
Yeah.
Um, what about original Disney projects? Are you excited for any of those, like
Um,
outside of Star Wars or Marvel?
I mean, I've always loved Tron. Um, I,
Yes.
I know they're
Okay.
coming out with the new Tron movie. I'm excited for it. Um, I don't think they're bringing in the original actor for Sam Flynn though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll still accept it. They got the guy from Morbius, I forgot his name, in there.
Oh, Jared Leto.
Yeah, they got him in there. I mean, I'll accept it. I think he's a cool actor. He's a good actor. But he's not
I
the
think
Sam
I was gonna
Flynn.
say I think he just they take like he takes bad roles. Like he wasn't really a good Joker. I heard Morbius wasn't a good movie. But yeah, no, I think he's a pretty interesting actor. I think he just needs better roles for sure. Um but yeah, no, so what I heard, and this is a little weird and kind of concerning, but supposedly Tron Ares, because that's the name of it,
Yeah.
takes place in between the original Tron and Tron Legacy. So that's why there's no Sam Flynn, is because he's like still a young
Oh.
kid,
So
which is weird to me because that would mean the world knows about the grid and that it can come out to the real world because it looks like that's where it's going. And it's like, okay, so if the grid was introduced to the real world, how would people not know or suspect a threat like that, like Clue from
hmm.
the legacy and everything? So, like, I don't know. I'm sure there will be an explanation, and I'm hoping it's a good one. Because if it actually is a prequel to Legacy, they gotta. Because, like, I even heard that young Flynn, like Kevin Flynn, the creator of the grid, I
Yeah.
heard he was gonna be in it as a younger version of himself.
Yeah,
So
he is in there. So he might be the younger version, yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, because he definitely, or I think he died at least. But yeah, no, like you, I was kind of hoping for a sequel, like maybe I don't know, maybe Sam and Cora somehow had a kid who could, travel into computers or something because he's half program, half, human and everything. But
I
yeah,
mean,
no, like,
I was hoping for like obviously they rode away on the motorcycle at the end of the movie.
mm-hmm.
So I was thinking like maybe, like obviously they get together like they were, but then they work on the game together or the grid together and then allow people to come into the grid safely. And then they probably, like people can join, people can play in there, whatever. But then there's going to be that one person that's going to try to hack the system or whatever, and it's going to release like Ares, it's going to release somebody else in there or, whatever. That's what I was
Yeah.
hoping for it to happen, but
And this is interesting, but the guy who plays Cal Kestis, he's in the movie.
oh, Cameron, yeah.
Yeah, Cameron Monaghan, and then Evan Peters, the guy who plays Quicksilver in the X-Men universe, not the Marvel universe, but the X-Men. Well, same thing now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm actually kind of excited to see them in because I've only known Cameron through Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order,
Mm.
and the small role as the Joker in the Gotham show, but not really much else. So I'm actually really excited to see him in a, on the big screen movie. So here's the small summary of the movie too. A highly sophisticated program, Ares is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission. Now, my guess is this is around the time that that Clue has become evil, and Flynn has gone to the real world in that short time, and he was probably sent on a mission to kill Flynn. So that's
Uh,
my guess, at least. Because Ares seems to be a bad guy. Like, he's rocking the red LEDs, so
yeah, which is usually an
I.
indication of bad. Yeah.
Yeah, especially for programs. Like, red and orange and yellow are bad, and then blue, green, and purple are good. Like, stuff like that. Kind of almost like Star Wars, but you never know. Like, I'm really hoping it's good. Holy crap, Jeff Bridges is looking old.
He's looking really old. No offense to him, but he's looking really old.
Yeah, no. So it's expected in October of this year too. My favorite time of the year. I was gonna say month, but same thing. Whatever.
Yeah, same thing.
Uh, yeah.
They're
Wow.
also
Who's?
coming out with apparently I don't know how true this is or not, but they're coming out with a Fantastic Four movie. Um, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, they've tried doing so many remakes on them, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, I know they're a fan favorite, but I've never really been a big fan of the Fantastic Four. Like, not even like the original movies. I'm not really a huge fan of them in general. Like, I think their powers are kind of mid. Like, okay, actually, on second thought, like, um, Reed Richards' powers are the only that I think is like mid. But the Thing, he's strong, he's practically
He's
indestructible, and
like
then
the
you got
Hulk,
Sue Storm. Yeah, Sue Storm's like
invisible.
she can invisible, but she can also conjure up like shields and stuff. And then yeah, like Human Torch has fire and everything. But I don't know. I've never really been excited for like the Fantastic Four in general. Like the only real connection I have to them is Spider-Man was best friends and roommates with the Human Torch. Like that's the only like actual
Connection.
yeah that I like look forward to.
No, I don't know if you've heard about this movie or not. It's called Scream Boat.
Scream Boat.
It's a Mickey Mouse horror movie.
Ah, but that one's not Disney though.
No, but I mean, when I looked up Disney, it popped it up. But I just thought it was funny that like Mickey Mouse is being a horror character.
Yeah, no, that is interesting because from what I know is that because the rights to Mickey Mouse are now free to the public, so anyone can use it. Um, all these people jumped on the idea of, oh, let's make a horror movie based on, Mickey Mouse and the, Steamboat Willie and everything. It's like, okay. So, but
I mean,
yeah, no, I get that for sure. Because looking at this picture, holy crap, this looks terrible.
it.
What the freak?
I watched the trailer for it, and it's way worse. I mean, it is.
There's a trailer.
Yeah, you had to go on YouTube to watch it. But dude, it is so cringy. It looks very fan made. It looks so. I'll probably watch it just to watch it, but I'm not paying to go see it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh man. Screamboat. Jeez.
It's so goofy.
That is funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the idea of like a horror because like when the Five Nights at Freddy's craze came out, there was a Disney version of that called Treasure Island, which was a real park that was shut down in real life. And no one really knows the real reasons, but there were like a bunch of scary like theories and stuff. So someone actually turned that into like a Five Nights at Freddy's like horror game, and I thought that
Ooh.
was an interesting concept of have like animatronic Mickey Mouse trying to kill you. Like that would be more interesting to me,
Yeah.
but obviously they're limited with like what they're doing and everything, but I do hope that, in the future like someone can actually conjure something up like that cuz that would be interesting to me.
I think it would be pretty
Um
interesting.
One thing I'm kind of excited for but a little skeptical is Zootopia 2. I heard Moana 2 wasn't really that great, and I don't know. There's been a couple of other sequels that I've heard haven't been great the past few years. I haven't seen a lot of them, so I kind of really have to, make an opinion for myself. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's the only reason I'm skeptical for Zootopia 2. But I did like the first one a lot. I think it's a really solid, like, original Disney idea. Um, but then there's also, I heard Frozen 3 and 4 were announced as well.
Oh
So it
my
looks like they're
gosh.
it looks
Uh,
like they're making Frozen kind of their new shtick when it comes to movies.
great.
Um, the thing I would have them do to make it interesting is instead of declining the theory of Tarzan being Elsa and Anna's brother, make that a reality because that would actually be interesting.
It would be really cool.
If not, make it like Avatar The Last Airbender where there's other elemental like princesses and princes or just beings in general cuz that would be cool too. And
I'm
like
s-
maybe there's like a full-on elemental war like that would be kind of cool.
I'm just surprised they
But
haven't done that yet. I mean,
yeah,
with like the fact of like she's frozen, which means there's probably someone that can do like fire or water or
I was gonna say, like, you don't even have to call it like Frozen 3 and 4. You could like have, yeah, like burning or like growing or something. So that way there's like, earth and fire and I don't know, ice and water like flowing or frozen I guess is water, but you get what I mean, like or wind, like something like that. Like don't like obviously don't copy the last airbender but like give it
make
your own, like maybe there's a being, like only one being per element, and then like the evil guys are like the fire ones kind of like in Avatar, or maybe like change it up a bit and make like it so that the frozen people were notorious for being the bad guys, so they all think Elsa's the bad guy, and then it's like a misunderstanding or something. Like, that would be interesting. Like, I don't know, just do something unique and cool with it, but also, don't have like a weird twist that just makes it uninteresting?
yeah, or like do like a weird twist that makes no sense.
Yeah. Like, yeah, adding lore that doesn't make sense isn't good either. So yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I mean, apparently
Um,
they're doing the Avatar 3, Ash and
oh,
Fire.
that's true. Yeah. That one's gonna be interesting because yeah, I heard because the first one was like about nature and earth connected avatars. The second one was water. The third one's now fire. So, and then people are joking like, "Oh my gosh, it's copying the Last Airbender." Because if you see, they're literally called avatars, and then they're each element, and it's like okay, like I get the connection, but also you know
They're completely different.
nothing's yeah. There's no originality or not huge originality nowadays, so you gotta kind of be very loose with that kind of stuff, anyways. Like I don't know. Um, any any animated projects that you're excited for, or maybe like I don't know if there's any live action products or
Um,
projects or whatever that are coming out soon.
apparently they're doing the live action Snow White, which I don't really care for. Um,
Okay.
or the live action Lilo and Stitch. I mean, Lilo and Stitch should have stayed animated because he's perfect
Yeah.
animated. But I mean, like I said, I'll watch them. Like I haven't even watched the Lion King live actions because like I don't want to ruin my childhood, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, they're not even live action. It's just CGI. Like it's all computer like animated stuff. Like they call it live action, but that's only because they look more realistic than their animated counterparts. So,
Yeah.
you know. Or yeah, like Lilo and Stitch, I will say, although I'm not as hyped for it, I'm glad they kept the original design. Like it looks pretty close to the original animated character, so I don't have a problem with that because there was some concept art for like the original
Yeah, that
like
looks
remaking
horrible.
of Stitch. Yeah, I know they looked freaky, and I was like, dude, kids aren't gonna watch this. Like they're not gonna want to watch this.
Mm-mm.
But the fact that they learned from like okay, like Sonic for example, like Sonic went from like a freak show to almost like perfection with the design cuz like it was so much closer to the actual game instead of trying to make a hedgehog with human eyes like look like appealing in some sort of way.
Hmm.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, I did
And
watch
I
the Sonic movie today and I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, I watched the third one on Thursday and I thought it was pretty good. Like I thought Keanu Reeves was really cool as Shadow and it was an overall solid movie. I think the pacing was a little too fast, but other than that, it was a pretty good movie. And apparently the fourth one's gonna be the last one,
Hmm.
which I'm not really surprised. Like it's coming out in 2027 is what they're aiming for, but we'll see.
I'm honestly saying this in a nice way. I'm just shocked
Mhm.
that it's actually gone on for so long.
I mean, I definitely get that too, cause like I said, like when it was originally announced, everyone was like, "Oh, cool, they're doing like a big screen animated Sonic the Hedgehog movie," and then they announced, "Oh no, it's live action. Oh no, here's this crappy design just so we can make it more realistic," and it's like. You guys might as well have made it animated at that point. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell happened in that studio? But no, luckily they listened to the fans and they're like, okay, we made a mistake. Let's fix the design. And it took them another year to like fix everything. And you know what? I'm glad with the outcome. I'm glad we didn't get that like horrific design that some other sad sack multiverse universe got instead of us. But you know, um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think because there are some movies that I think could be great live action. Like obviously, like a lot of them were animated for a reason to just give it that magic that only animation can really give to the big screen.
Yeah.
But if I were to pick a movie to be live action that was originally animated, I would have to go with Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet would look so cool in live action if they did it right.
I was
But
gonna say I mean, they have the technology to do it right now. Like if they tried doing it like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, probably maybe not. But
yeah,
now they have all the CGI and all the stuff they need to do it properly.
I was gonna say if they can fund their crappy Star Wars projects, they could 100% fund a really cool, like actually good sci-fi movie and have fun with it. But yeah, no, Oh man, like that's why I haven't even really brought up Star Wars. It's been such an atrocity like recently. It's unfortunate.
I mean, they're coming out with the new Mandalorian and Grogu.
That is true. The movie, like I'll
Yeah.
go see that because, admittedly, although I'm not a huge fan of everything they've done recently, Mandalorian is the one thing that I actually still really enjoy. I just hope they do the movie right, and then I really want to see Ahsoka season 2
Ooh,
because Ahsoka
Ahsoka
season
season 2
1,
would be good.
yeah, Ahsoka season 1 was good, but Ahsoka season 2, I think they could do a lot of improvement from the first season. Because I heard Skeleton Crew was good. Like, I heard people say that it was basically a mix of Star Wars and the Goonies. So if people like the Goonies or whatever, they'll probably like Skeleton Crew and whatnot.
I haven't seen the Skeleton Crew. I honestly kind of only want to watch like I watched the Mandalorian series and then Boba Fett came out and I just stopped watching Star Wars TV shows after that.
Yeah, no, they really slipped the ball with Boba Fett. I don't know what happened.
I mean, they focus more on like a storyline than like any action pack anything. Like yeah, there were
Yeah.
action packs, but it's more like slow story paced and not a
Well,
lot
and
of things.
I don't mind if they have a good story, but even the story for me was just like, what is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah,
Like,
it didn't make sense to me.
yeah, because Boba Fett went from like a killer assassin for hire to, like wanting to help a village that, left him to die. Like, I don't know. That rubbed me the wrong way, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I really hope, you know, and my theory or hope is if they do a season 2, that instead of continuing to be the daimyo or whatever,
Hmm.
that he'll go back to bounty hunting, because that's what I was wanting. I wanted to see a new series of Boba Fett being a bounty hunter, because that
Yeah.
would have been so cool to me.
Yeah. I mean, when I think of Boba Fett, I think Boba Fett's like a darker version of like Mandalorian.
Oh, absolutely. Like, he's more merciless than the Mandalorian. He's
Yeah.
like as honorable but less merciless. Like, he probably would have left Grogu with the Empire if he was the one that hunted Grogu down.
Hmm.
But yeah, Mando saw that and he's like, he's a foundling like me. I need to protect him. Whereas Boba Fett, his only father figure was a Mandalorian, but Boba Fett isn't technically a Mandalorian. He just wears Mandalorian armor that he technically owns because it was his father's that was entrusted to him after his dad died. So that technically is his armor. Um,
Yeah.
and everything. So, but yeah, no, he himself is not a Mandalorian. Jango Fett was though, which was interesting.
Yeah. So, what do you think about Avengers: Secret Wars? I mean, that's not
I'm
coming out.
excited.
I mean, that's coming out 2027, but
So yeah, there's Doomsday and then there's Secret Wars. So I can't remember which one. Um, so according to Benedict Cumberbatch in a recent interview though or something, he said that he's not going to be in Doomsday, but he's going to play a huge role in Secret Wars, which I'm kind of excited for.
hmm.
So Doctor Strange won't be in Doomsday, but he will be in Secret Wars. And then it was the same thing with Spider-Man. Like there was talk that he would be the big main character of one of those two movies. And that's what I want to see. I want to see an Avengers film where Spider Man's the main character. And
That
call
would be
me
cool.
selfish, call me whatever. Like, I think that would be so freaking dope. Like, if that's a biased opinion, so be it. I think Spider-Man deserves his spotlight as a main character, not just in his own movie, but as an Avenger. Like he was literally left, um, you know, Stark's glasses and everything. Like
Yeah,
he made a mistake, obviously, but yeah, no, like I think he would be a sweet like main character for an Avengers film.
I agree. I think it would be interesting to see him as a main character for sure.
Yeah, and not to say that he like had a small role in the well, he had a small role in Endgame, but in Infinity War, he actually was one of the ones that almost pulled the gauntlet off of Thanos if
Hmm.
Star-Lord didn't mess up.
Honestly, Star-Lord, I like Star-Lord and all, but he kind of screwed everything up just for his own
Oh
greedy
yeah, no,
pleasure.
it was definitely his fault.
I remember when we all went to go see that in theaters, and Star-Lord ruined it, and we're all like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, no, for real. And then you like I don't know if you remember because I think it was me, you, Andrew, and Gary, and we all went to Infinity War. And when we were walking out, I had dressed up as the Iron Spider,
Yep.
and we heard a guy say like, "Hey, didn't you die or whatever?" And then I don't remember who it was, but one of you guys recited it in my garage, and my dad had been the one that picked us up, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Guys, he hasn't seen it yet."
Oh
And they're
yeah, I
like,
remember
"Oops,
that.
sorry." And they walked by, and then my dad looks at me and he's like, "Really? They really did that?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I'll be
It's like, wow,
honest.
that was a quick.
I'll be honest. I think I am the one that said that. Like I do say stuff like that all the time, expecting like to be fair, your family loves like Star Wars or Marvel and all that stuff. So like I assumed your dad probably have already seen it. So I was like, yeah, he died.
Yeah, no, I get that, and yeah, no, it was just it. I wasn't mad or anything. I thought it was just funny because like his reaction was
He's
hilarious.
like,
Because I was like, man,
no, really?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I was the same way. I was like, wow, that was the shortest Spider-Man run yet. Like he only had one movie and cameoed in two. Like what the hell?
And then died.
But
But he's back to life now. So
yeah, no, he's back healthier than ever, and now he's
seeing,
hopefully the new main character. If Sony plays their cards right, and honestly, I hope they do. I hope they give Disney the rights to Spider-Man. Like, I want
so
them
for
to
Sony,
finish.
yeah,
Yeah, I want them to finish Beyond the Spider-Verse, obviously, but you know, like after that, maybe give Spider-Man up to people who would know what to do with him.
yeah,
Because here's the thing, Disney owns like every Marvel property except Hulk and Spider-Man now. Like
that's
those are
nuts.
the only two they need, and
Like
then they have everyone.
I remember when X-Men wasn't a part of like Marvel didn't own X-Men yet. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm like every time like I watch a Marvel movie, like my girlfriend and I, like we were watching it. I'm trying to keep her up on the Marvel movies, and she goes, "Wait, this is a Marvel movie?" I go, "Yes and no. I mean, it is Marvel, but Marvel doesn't own it." She goes, "That's stupid." I go, "I know."
Yeah, and that's what I like about Deadpool and Wolverine is they finally connect the two universes. So hopefully we'll see more X-Men and more Deadpool, more Wolverine. Like, heck, I would love just a second Deadpool and Wolverine movie, to be honest. Or a lot of
That
people were
was
like, let's see a Deadpool and Spider-Man movie, or I don't know, something along those lines. And I'm like, I am so down. I would love to see those kinds of team ups.
a
I would
hundred
love to see
percent.
Wolverine team up with Spider-Man, like
Ooh, that'd be
because
cool.
they don't get along because Spider-Man's pretty similar to Deadpool, where he gets on Wolverine's nerves with like jokes and stuff.
Well,
But
that's just the way he copes when he's stressed. He likes to come up with jokes.
exactly, and then Deadpool's just Deadpool. So,
Yeah, yeah, he's just the
like, I
way he
mean,
is.
yeah. Um, I was I was gonna say other than Marvel and Star Wars though. another project I want them to do, because I don't think it's confirmed or anything, but something I'd like to see is a second Big Hero 6 movie. Like a second Big Hero 6 and a third Incredibles movie.
I'd be down for a Big Hero 6 movie. I'm surprised they haven't done it considering how big it hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be so down to watch that.
I would love, and people might, find this controversial or whatever. I would love if they brought back Tadashi, but instead, like do it like Winter Soldier. Why?
Mm,
Well,
hmm
like some organization finds him half dead, they save his life, and then they brainwash him into becoming like this tech for them that builds like crazy like inventions or whatever. And then that's Hero's biggest struggle is like, oh no, it's my brother, but I also have to stop him. And like something like that would be really cool to me. Or another idea I had was, what if the Baymax body that um Hero left behind,
hmm
it had the fighting chip still in its chest.
Yeah.
So what if it came back somehow and like was like a version of Ultron, almost like a killer robot
hmm
that's like Baymax's equal in strength and everything. Like that would be interesting.
I feel like his older brother would definitely like if it's going based off of your theory, I feel like the older
Hmm.
brother would definitely like try to figure out a way to get back in there and grab Baymax and pull him back out. I mean, that was his
That
like
would be
his
cool.
biggest like project was Baymax.
That
So
is true. And poetically too speaking, that was his Baymax, the one that he built. The one that Hero built. Yes, it had Tadashi's card, but that was the body that Hero built.
yeah,
So, yeah, you're correct. Like that would be so interesting. Um And then if you want to talk about some more, like maybe talk about stuff like that, like theoretical, like movies and stuff, I'm gonna go use the restroom. But
okay,
yeah, no, this is a pretty good topic. I'm actually kind of glad we gotta get into more Marvel, Star Wars, and even just classic Disney.
okay,
So I'll be right back.
all right. Um, I was gonna bring this up earlier. I didn't though. But the movie Freaky Friday, I know this is a girly movie, but like it brings back nostalgia reasons for me. The fact that they're bringing it back out in 25, so this year. But it's called Freakier Friday instead of Freaky Friday. I think it would be really interesting. Obviously they're bringing back the same main actors, the mom and the daughter, but I think that would be really cool. Um, what else? What else? Thunderbolts. I think Thunderbolts is gonna be really interesting. Um, because like I think yeah, Bucky's in there. You got well, Black Widow's dead, so she's not in there, but her sister, like her whole family's in there, and I think that's gonna be really really cool. I think they're I might be wrong, but I believe they might be the Russian version of Avengers. I think I don't know. Like I think they're like assassins or something. I don't remember too much because I've never even heard of Thunderbolts until like social media's been talking about it or Marvel like released that huge like announcement where they're coming out with all these movies. But I'm excited for that. I'm excited for all the Marvel movies this year. I'm excited for the Thunderbolts. Well, Avengers comes out 27, so 2 years away for there. But I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Captain America, which I'm really excited because I really like Red Hulk. I like the concept of Red Hulk. I think he's really cool. Um, but I don't really like the whole Wicked movie. The whole live action version. I thought that was kind of stupid, and I feel like it's gonna go the same route with Snow White as they did with Little Mermaid, and it's just not gonna blend right. But that's just my personal opinion. I mean, everyone's key to their own opinion, obviously, but like, I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna go all that well. Um, What else? I'm excited for the Mandalorian series. I really did love Mandalorian. It was really cool. I didn't know it was gonna be a movie, um, which I'm excited for. I mean, I wish it was a series again, like another season. But I'll go to the movie theater and watch it for sure. I do apologize, guys, if I sound like garbage, but it's because I am sick. Um, and then Leo is a Pixar film. It's not quite Disney. I don't think it's Disney. But I mean, Pixar and Disney are two different things. But anyways, Leo, I think is like like a kid that goes to space or whatever. I think that'll be interesting. I like that one movie where that kid made friends with a guy that was like able to live underwater or whatever, but he could also walk on land. I thought that movie was really cool. Um, Avatar, I've always liked Avatar, like the live action, the blue people. I've always liked that movie growing up as a kid. My dad and I actually went to go see that movie when it first came out in theaters, and I remember watching it with him, and it was the best experience ever. Because back where I used to live, they had a movie theater that had rocks on it, or rocks outside, and I would like jump and climb all over the rocks like I was one of them. Um,
All right, I'm back. So what were you talking about?
I was talking a lot about Thunderbolts, Avatar, and then
Oh,
Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday. Is that a sequel to Freaky Friday?
Yeah, it's the same actors and everything. I
Oh.
know it's like a girly movie, but like this is a nostalgia movie. But
I mean, if you grow up with it, there's nothing wrong with that.
like I was talking about how I'm
Especially if
excited
you
for
enjoyed
that and
it.
shit. Um, what else is this? Oh, do you remember Cinemark back where you know what Cinemark I'm talking about, the one that we all went to as a kid. How they had the rocks
Yes.
outside
Yes,
with
yes,
the,
I do, I think.
yeah. So when the first Avatar movie came out, my dad and I went to go see it with my brother, and we after the movie was over, I went outside and started climbing on the rocks and everything like I was an avatar. So I was mentioning that.
That's cool, man. Like that reminds me of like all the times I went and saw Tron Legacy, honestly, because I think that's the movie that I saw the most times in a theater. I think I saw that like 4 or 5 times, which was crazy for me, because like even now, like when I see a movie in theaters, I don't really go back to watch it again because I wait till it gets back on home video, like
Yeah,
Vudu or something, and I buy it because I don't know, like I feel like experiencing it in the theater for me is just such a unique thing for me. Like it's like a one time thing almost. Like it doesn't have to be, but like
yeah, I get what you're
you
saying.
know,
Like
yeah,
it's a way of testing to see if the movie's worth buying or not.
yeah, pretty well. And also, it's just like especially if it's a movie that I'm like really excited for, which again, like very few of those I actually am excited for nowadays. Like I think the last movie that I was like I was ready was No Way Home,
Mm.
but yeah, no, the like Venom 3 I was really hoping was good, and then uh what was the other one? Oh, Transformers 1 was really good too. I really liked that one.
Okay, I wasn't so sure on that one. I wanted to watch it, but I was like, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, or
Oh yeah, no, I thought that was a fantastic like way to portray the franchise, honestly. And I'm looking forward to more, honestly, because it's been a while.
I remember
Uh,
like when with all the Marvel movies that like you, me, and a couple of the guys would always like go to see a premiering night, Like
Mm.
always, we'd always like, oh hey, this movie's coming out, but make sure you buy your tickets. You gotta buy your tickets. We'd always like sit at the lunch table buying tickets, or oh I have to ask my mom if I can buy this ticket or not. And we'd always end up going together, and it was I remember those days, and it's just mm.
I definitely miss that too, for sure. Like, if we ever end up living in the same state again, like, I would be so down for, like, well, not only that, like, I'd make sure we have a place to do the podcast in real life, so that way not only could we go see movies in real life, but we could, like, talk about them in real life right after. Like,
Oh
that would be
yeah,
so much fun.
oh yeah.
Um, were there any movies that you talked about while I was gone that you like are looking forward to or want to see? Like, did you have any
Um,
movie ideas?
I
Like,
I kind of want to see Thunderbolts. I don't know what it is about it. I mean, I love Bucky. Bucky's like one of my
mhm.
favorite Marvel characters, but I don't understand too much behind it. I think they're what like assassins in a way,
The,
right?
so, from what I was told, they're basically Marvel's version of Suicide Squad.
Oh, so they're rejects.
Kind of, yeah. Like,
Okay.
I mean, if you look at them, most of them are, if not all of them, are super soldiers. Because Bucky's a super soldier. Yelena's a trained assassin. Ghost is too, and she has like phasing abilities. And then both Red Guardian and U.S. Agent are super soldiers as well.
Oh, I forgot the guy that was trying to be Captain America in the TV shows in there.
Yeah, U.S. Agent.
I don't like him. I'll be completely honest. He's not one of my favorites.
Yeah, no, I think that's kind of the idea. Is like he's supposed to be the Captain America reject. Like, who is the other one? There was one more character, I swear, that like Taskmaster. Taskmaster's the other one too.
That's
And
gonna
they're
be
not like,
badass.
yeah, they're not really a super soldier, but they're an assassin like Black Widow and Yelena. And then they have like the goggles that show their fighting moves, so that that way they can copy the fighting moves and stuff.
Hmm. See, I think that movie's gonna be really interesting. But this movie's giving me like G.I. Joe vibes.
Yeah, I could see that. That's honestly another franchise I would like to see come back too, because the last GI Joe project was Snake Eyes, but then at the end of Rise of the Beasts or whatever,
Yeah.
Transformers, they revealed that there's going to be a GI Joe Transformers crossover. I'm actually excited for that.
I wonder how that would work.
In the comics, apparently they crossed over a ton. Like the Decepticons helped the Cobras, and the Autobots helped the GI Joes.
Really. See, those are two groups that I would never think would collaborate. And I don't know why. I just never would have assumed that.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. Like, I'm trying to think what would be a better pairing, though. Honestly, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it's cool to imagine, like, I don't know, Snake Eyes hanging out with Bumblebee because they both don't speak, or like maybe Duke with Optimus Prime because they're both the noble leaders and everything.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening and a bunch of chemistry happening between characters, but they'd have to execute it like really well. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else like, oh, season 2 of Percy Jackson. I really want to see that.
Ooh, have you seen the first season?
Yes, I loved it. I thought it was perfect.
I thought it was
And the
really cool. At first I was a little hesitant because like I'm used to like the Percy Jackson movies where they're older, but that's not
mhm.
book accurate.
I was gonna say that's what I really liked about the show is it was more connected to the book, and that's because they had more time to work with, like in each episode. Because if you think about it, that's like how books should be portrayed, unless they're like a one-off. Because like that's why they're redoing Harry Potter as a TV show, is so that way it's more book accurate, and that way they have more time, and each book will be a season. So book one will be season one, book two will be season two. So, and I think that's what they're doing with Percy Jackson as well. And like I thought it was a pretty solid movie or show. I mean, and I look forward to more. I've only read the first book though. Like I read the first book back in elementary school
Hmm.
when it was like the craze and everything, and then the movie came out and everyone was talking about it. So I still have yet to read the other books. I actually got the other books for Christmas, so I'm gonna start reading them.
Like I don't is Narnia Disney? It's Disney, right?
Yes,
Okay,
Narnia was like, yeah, the first three at least were like, I think they still own Narnia. Like I don't know if why they would give up Narnia.
because like I remember reading the book as a kid. Like my mom bought me the books, she bought me the CDs and the movies, but the books they never made sense to me. Because like I don't know, like I tried reading it from start to finish, but I'm like none of this like I can't like relate to this. Like it doesn't like contrast with the movie at all. And I was like, I just don't want to read this anymore. But it's also just really complicated in my opinion.
Hmm.
I mean, I also have ADHD and I get bored very easily. So if the book's if like annoying to read, I'm just not gonna read it.
No, yeah, that's definitely fair. Like, I think the last book I ever read was a Star Wars book. It was based off of one of the episodes from the Visions show. But other than that, yeah, no, I didn't. I haven't read in a while, but I do want to read again because I feel like my brain has just turned to mush since high school. And
Honestly,
like, I
though,
mean, like even in like my current college classes, like none of it is super like difficult yet, at least. So I'm not like testing my brain. I'm not like straining it in any way to make it grow or make it learn more. So I guess I just need to get back into that habit of, testing my intelligence, testing my brain by giving it knowledge or reading or whatever. Like I don't have
yeah,
to go do like math problems every hour or whatever, but you know what I mean.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I do miss college though, but
Yeah, no, it's definitely good to be back. Like some parts of me wishes I went to like a normal college and like lived in a dorm and everything, but at the
mhm.
same time I'm like I just don't have the I feel like mental capacity to handle it cuz kind of like you, I have ADHD as well, and my brain just like shoots in so many directions at the same time.
Yeah,
Um
especially it being such a big campus and you have to time everything perfectly.
Yeah, and then on top of that, just like getting assignments done or whatever. But my brain's always like, like, oh, I actually want to do this instead of doing math, homework, or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, it looks like our time is up. So you want to do the outro?
Yeah, sure. If you guys haven't checked out my buddy's YouTube channel over here, multi hyphen might, don't forget the hyphen, it's very important. Uh,
Hell
he,
yeah, brother.
he makes amazing content, Fortnite. I think he might maybe do a Minecraft series in the future.
You
Um,
betcha.
and then you guys can check out my channel. It's literally my gamer tag was Griffin Shock. ON. You guys can check that out on YouTube. And yeah, so we'll catch you guys next Saturday for the live streamers, and the people who watched it on YouTube will check back with you next Monday.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. You guys have a good one.